Scores of new asylum seekers have arrived in Maine, and more are likely to follow.
A group of 350 people from Congo and Angola have come into the U.S. from Mexico to San Antonio, Texas. Close to 100 of them have now ended up in Portland. Many of them are being housed temporarily at the Portland Expo because other facilities are full or overflowing already.
City leaders did meet with the Red Cross this morning to try and figure out how to handle this sudden influx, but the group hasn't even officially started the asylum process, and because of that, they're not eligible for Maine general assistance. So Portland is going to have to use money from its community support fund, and the budget for that is already strained.
Regardless of when you're talking about budgets and shelters, and you also have to remember these are individuals, these are families that have come through the southern border of the United States. They're making their way to Portland, Maine. And so, unfortunately, tiny Portland, Maine, a city of 67,000 people, is being caught up in the more global conversation around immigration in our country.
I had the opportunity this morning to talk with a reporter at our sister station in San Antonio who's been covering this migration story extensively, and I asked her why Portland. Has the government directed them here, or is there another reason?
It all began last Tuesday. A few of these Congolese migrants essentially just arrived at our doorstep from the southwest border, speaking strictly French. So once the city officials got some translators there to them, they actually were able to find out that they wanted to go to Portland, Maine, where they would essentially be meeting up with other asylum seekers that they knew in the area.
And just about an hour ago, Jaleesa Irizarry told me that she had heard even more Congolese people had just arrived in San Antonio unexpectedly, and there's a chance that maybe even more of them would be slated to head north to Maine. You'll remember back in April, President Trump threatened to send asylum seekers to sanctuary cities, a term given to communities that have policies to prevent local police from assisting federal immigration authorities. Portland is not a sanctuary city. As of now, there are more than 530 cities across the U.S., though, that have designated themselves as sanctuaries for undocumented immigrants. None of them are in Maine. And as for the situation at hand, Portland city officials, again, are looking for places outside of Portland to house these asylum seekers that might be more affordable. Portland's mayor has reached out to Westbrook and South Portland for help.